So, good afternoon, ladies and gobstoppers. Happy Easter. Now, you may have noticed that I am wearing a mask. That's not because we're in a COVID insecure environment. This is because I've got some kind of abscess. I had some dental work done. I've now got a problem and I look like the Elephant Man. So I know that my looks aren't important, but if you're watching with your kids, I don't want to scare them. So yes, I'm currently on a cocktail of antibiotics and heavy-duty painkillers. So if I'm talking more rubbish than usual, then that's my excuse. So we've got this really nice Hofner HCT Solid. And we'll have a jolly good listen to it noisy, then we'll listen to the picks clean, and then I will tell you what I can about it. And they've got quite an interesting story, so let's crack on. Okay, so even after all those rock and rolling shenanigans, and it's got brand new strings. Pickups. So let's start at the bridge end here. Into the centre. And finally onto the neck. Sweet as a nut. Okay, let's have a look round it. So this is the Hofner Contemporary Series HCT Solid Body, and it is solid. This weighs in, it's a heavy lump of wood. And we'll have a quick go through the construction first, and then I'll tell you a little interesting story. So we've got mahogany body with a spruce cap, and you can see quite clearly where the spruce cap is and exactly how thick it is, and that is with a set maple neck and rosewood fretboard with those really nice vintage looking fretboard inlays there, 22 frets, and you've got your two Hofner diamond mini humbuckers, which, whilst they're not the most powerful in the world, in fact I can tell you I did measure them, the treble side pumps out just shy of 10, about 9.8, and the rhythm side pops out 8 or thereabouts, just a shade over. We've got a Tunematic style bridge, clearly nicked from Gibson, and this beautiful, I like that, trapeze string retainer there. As you can see, we've got the 3-position toggle switch and 2 volumes and 1 tone. this is in white. You may remember me unboxing this. It's got those Goto style tuners. I'm not a fan because I'm not a fan because I know that they're cheap and they just don't look interesting, which is a shame. I think for an extra couple of quid they could have done better, quite honestly. But you know, they work perfectly well. Nothing wrong with them. In fact, it holds its tune unbelievably well. We have put new strings on and set it up, and oh my, this plays just as well as anything else that I set up. It is superb. You've got neck binding and head binding, and what I assume is a proper mother of pearl, nacre or abalone inlay for the headstock decoration. You've got the Hofner signature and the flowers there, the intertwined flowers. Very easy truss rod access there, and that, see, you've got a nice little comfort carve in the back here, or some people call it a belly carving or belly scallop or something along those lines. And here's the big surprise with this for me. This is 2010, it's not been played. There's not even any cowboy chord dents in the lower frets. I've been all over this body, I cannot find a mark on it. That it is it's as new, I would say. And certainly not if as new, it is absolutely mint, mint, mint. Here's the interesting thing. Now I misspoke a little last time when I told you about this headstock thing, that I thought I had a German one. Well, I kind of have. It seems that the Hofner family have actually moved to China. And what they have in Beijing, or very near Beijing anyway, is their own factory. Not like other brands who just subcontract their work out to the cheapest tender. Hofner actually built their own factory there, and they shipped all the personnel over to Germany for training. So whatever Hofner you get, it was built in a Hofner factory, not anywhere else. And now, so there are two different ways of doing this. Hofner state that all of their mid-price or master-built guitars are still built in, is it Hagenau? In Bavaria anyway, in the German Hofner factory. Some of their guitars, and whether this is one of them or not, I don't know, have the bits made in China, and then they're shipped over for assembly in, it is Hagenau, isn't it? Yeah, in Bavaria anyway. And all in all, these are absolute brilliant guitar, and I can still only give it 9 out of 10 for the same problem that my mate Simon's had, and that is this, and I've got to be, I mean, even though I will be moving this on probably at some point, I've got to be honest about these things. And the cutout here is quite shallow. And yeah, you can get up there. I mean, like, you can get up there way easier than you could on that reverse flying V. But it's the access, being totally honest, is not quite as good as, you know, it's okay. I'm being very, very picky here. I'm being very, very picky. I mean, we're probably talking about an 1/8, quarter of an inch at the most of a less scalloped out front end there. But isn't it beautiful? What an absolutely delightful guitar, and it sounds great. The pickups are so sweet, and they've got plenty of power. But the look of the thing, it's just superb. Yeah, Hofner Mini Diamonds, and these are actually retained in the same way as the vintage, I mean the actual 60s vintage things. So they've got these minute little grub screws holding the pickups in place. But it really is a joy to play. It really is a joy to play. And if this was your main instrument, you'd figure out how to get up here anyway. So Well, short one today because quite honestly I'm slightly out of sorts, as you might gather, but if moaning from me, thank you all ever so much for tuning in. Happy Easter from sunny Blackpool. Hope you like the tune, and I'll see you all next week. So, adios amigos. Ta-ra.